Hey everyone, this is Eagle Al. Today I wanted to explain how a solar powered kit, basically a powered backup system, works. And then at the same time, I'm going to review some of the equipment I got and show you my system. But I basically wanted, not everyone understands how a solar powered backup power system works or how to hook everything up. And I had some questions in the beginning. So I want to explain to everyone how they work and what benefits you can get from them. And we'll go ahead and walk through it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so first of all, you got to buy the solar panels. There's all different powers of solar panel kits. A lot of them got 4 panels. The one I got has 3. Mine's 45 watt, which isn't really a lot, but it does the job. Each panel is 15, so 15, 30, 45. A common size for a large kit is 100 watt. So first you need your solar panels, okay? And then here's what you do next. The thing that provides the power to your system is a deep cycle battery. You do not want to use a car battery because they are not designed to drain the energy all the way down and then charge them up full and keep repeating that cycle. They're not designed for that. A car battery is designed to stay at a full charge. So you want a deep cycle. As long as it says deep cycle, you're good to go. So this is what provides the power. Let's say if you have a situation in your house where there's no power for a while, this will do the trick. And here's how you hook it up. You cannot run the cables from the solar panel directly to the battery. I mean, in theory you can, but you need a method to control how much your battery is being charged. You don't want it to do it endlessly and never stop and mess up your battery. So you have to buy what's called a solar control charger. This is a solar control charger. This one's real big and blocky. It looks like a 1960s model, but they make them in all different sizes. But this controls how much, how strong of a charge and for how long you charge your battery. You really need to have that. Here's how you hook it up. You have to run a cable from your solar panels to your solar control charger, and then another set of cables go from the charger actually to the battery. So it's panels to control charger to battery. The control charger is in the middle of this sequence. There you can see it's these right here on the side. Okay, now that allows you to bring your battery up to full charge every time you use items on it and drain the battery. Now the other thing you got to buy so that you can actually run powered items whenever there's no power in your house, it's called an inverter, a power inverter. They make them in all different sizes. This one's a 400 watt. It's got 2 3-prong plugs, and it's got a USB plug, okay? This one's made by Cobra. So in order to run the power inverter, all you need to do is run your cables from the power inverter to the battery itself. This doesn't have to all be connected to the solar panels at the same time. You can literally just take the battery by itself in your house, and you can take this this power inverter in the house, battery and inverter, and that's it. It's very simple. Plug in whatever you need to run, and you're good to go. And then whenever you need to recharge the battery, that's when you connect up the cables from your solar control charger to the battery. I'm going to show you an example real quick of me powering something. Turn it on. Okay, this is a fan, standard box fan. Low, medium, high. So as you can see, I'm not plugged into anything in the house. I'm just doing this off of a battery. and I'm running the fan. This particular deep cycle battery is rated at 35 amp hours. You want to keep an eye on how many amp hours it is. That basically tells you how strong the battery is, how much it can power, and for how long. 35 amp hour is considered relatively small, but you can power one or two, basic items in an emergency in your home without any issue. Okay, so that's not a problem. Okay, the other thing I wanted to mention is when you're getting your power inverter, not only do you got to look at how many watts it has to let you know how big of an item you're going to try to power, you also got to keep an eye on the amps. That's critical. I just found that out myself. I just tried to plug in a wet vac, and the amps, I think this is rated at like 4 amps or something, and my wet vac is more than 4 amps, and it said power fault, so it wouldn't run it. So even though it was well beneath the 400 watt limit, as a safety measure, the amps were too high on the wet dry vac, so it just shut it down. So do some research on how many watt items you want to run and how many amps the inverter is, so that you don't get a fault message. That's something to be aware of. I'm trying to think of what else I can say about it other than basically, like I said, you can power some things in your home like day in and day out in an emergency if a storm goes through or whatever, or if you're just trying to save power. And every day you just put your panels out in the sun, on a 4 hours, 6 hours, whatever, and then take this back in the house and power the things you need. And that's pretty much it. So this is Eagle out. Thanks for watching.